Hello, dear students of class 9th. Welcome to session 2 of Number System, chapter 1. As you know, children, in session 1 we studied about rational numbers. Today we are going to learn about irrational numbers. So, topics to be covered in today's session are irrational numbers, how to identify, means how to identify the given number is rational or irrational. Third topic is locating under root 2, under root 3 on number lines. Let's move to irrational numbers. Definition is a number is called irrational if it cannot be written in form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. Same type of definitions we have learned in case of rational numbers, children, but here we can write a number in form of p by q. But in case of irrational numbers, we cannot write a number in form of p by q. Now, to clear the confusion between rational and irrational, let's differentiate rational and irrational, means how to identify whether the given number is rational or irrational. So let's understand it. First one is under root of perfect square number is always a rational number. Before understanding this concept, children, you should know what is perfect square number. So I will tell you all natural number, or you can say whole number. If I write square of 1, it's 1. 2 square, it's 4. 3 square, it's 9. 4 square, it's 16. 5 square, it's 25, and so on. All these numbers are perfect square number. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. It means under root of perfect square number is always a rational number. If I write under root 4, you know 4 is a perfect square number. So under root 4 is a rational number. If we solve under root 4, you will get plus minus 2. It means rational number, you know, a number which can be written in form of p by q. So you got plus minus 2. I can write 2 by 1 or minus 2 by 1. It is in the form of p by q, where p and q both are integer and q is not equal to 0. Hope so you got it. Again, if I take one more example, 9 is also a perfect square number. If I write under root 9, then it is also a rational number, because I can write under root 9 means plus minus 3. Plus minus 3 means I can write 3 by 1 or minus 3 by 1. It means these are also rational number. Let's move to irrational number. Under root of non-perfect square number is always a irrational number. Now what is non-perfect square, children? As you know, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, all these are perfect square. Number between 1 and 4 is 2, and you can say 3 also. Numbers between 4 and 9 are 5, 6, 7, 8. Between 9 and 16 you can write 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like that. Means all these numbers are not a perfect square. So I can say under root of non-perfect square number is always a irrational number. Non-perfect square you can take, children, 2. If I write under root 2, this is a irrational number. If I take under root 3, this is also an irrational number. If I write under root 11, this is also irrational number, because 2, 3, 11, these are not a perfect square. Now you can identify, children, whether the given number is rational or irrational if numbers are given in form of square root. Let's move to the second part. If numbers are given in form of decimal expansion, then how to identify whether the given number is rational or irrational. Now let's move to the next. Decimal expansion. You know, children, there are two types of decimal expansion numbers. First one is terminating, second one is non-terminating. If I say 5.48, now you can say this number is terminating. If I write 5.48796 and so on, you can say this is non-terminating number. Hope so you got what is terminating and what is non-terminating. Now again non-terminating numbers are divided in two parts. Let's understand by an example, children. If I write 3.6666 and so on. Here again I write 5.434343 and so on. You can see both numbers are non-terminating. I will write one more example. 3.65378 and so on. You can see all these three examples are non-terminating. What is the difference between these two and these numbers, children? Can you tell me? Yes, this is non-terminating but repeating. Here also you can say it's non-terminating but repeating number. So I can say these are non-terminating but repeating numbers. Here also you observe, children, is it terminating or non-terminating? Yes, it's non-terminating number. After decimal, 6, 5, 3, 7, 8, different type of numbers are there. Means there is not a sequence like the previous one. So we will say these are non-terminating but non-repeating. So we came to know non-terminating numbers are also two types. First one is non-terminating but repeating. Second one is non-terminating but non-repeating. Here, you know, decimal expansion terminating numbers are called rational numbers. Terminating numbers are called rational numbers. In case of non-terminating, first one, non-terminating but repeating, these are also called rational numbers. Here, non-terminating and non-repeating, these numbers are called irrational numbers. What's our conclusion, children? Terminating numbers and non-terminating but repeating, these numbers are rational numbers. And non-terminating and non-repeating, you can see non-terminating and non-repeating, these are irrational numbers. Now one question is for you, children. Tell me 10 by 3. Is it rational or irrational? What's your answer, children? It's a rational number. Why? Because when you divide 10 by 3, you are getting 3.333 and so on. You can see it is non-terminating but repeating. So it is a rational numbers. Next question is, that is very important for your exam, children. Pi. Is it rational or irrational? What's your answer? Now most of you are thinking, madam, we are using pi is equal to 22 by 7. That's why it's a rational. And we are using pi is equal to 3.14. That is terminating, so it's a rational. No, children. If we divide 22 by 7, then you can see we are getting 3.14285 and so on. It's a non-terminating and non-repeating number. So pi is a irrational number. Note down it, children. It's very important question for your exam. Pi is equal to 3.14. We are using just to make our calculation easy and simple one. But exact value of pi is not 3.14. It's approximate value. So pi is non-terminating and non-repeating number. That's why it is a irrational number. This topic is how to locate under root 2 on number line. You know children how to represent integers on number line, how to represent fraction 2 by 3, 5 by 3 on number line. Now we will learn how to locate under root 2 on number line. First of all, draw a number line. Then from here you take 1 unit distance. Let's consider this is O and this is A. OA, this is 1 unit distance. From here, what you will do children? Second step is taking A as center, draw a perpendicular. You can use the protractor children. Draw a perpendicular. Now adjust your compass up to the length of 1 unit, that is OA. After adjusting it, taking A as center, draw an arc. Let's consider this is OA, this point is B. Now join OB. See children, join OB. You can see this is perpendicular, so I will write this is 90 degree. As you know children, triangle OAB is a right angle triangle and side opposite to right angle is a hypotenuse. So can we apply Pythagoras theorem? Yes. Here OB is hypotenuse, so I can write OB square is equal to OA square plus AB square, means hypotenuse square is equal to sum of square of other two sides. Other two sides you know OA is equal to AB. So AB is also 1 unit. So I will write OB square is equal to OA 1 square plus AB, that is also 1 square. So 1 square is 1, again 1 square is 1, OB square is equal to 2. So OB is under root 2, that is plus minus 2. Minus under root 2 we will neglect children because length is always positive. Here OB is under root 2. But we need to show under root 2 on number line. How we can show children? Copy this length OB, that is under root 2. Now taking O as center, draw an arc on the given line. The point wherever it is intersecting, let's consider this is C. So I can say OB is equal to OC. So point C. This is under root 2 on number line.